touch. You got the touch.
This is Stan Bush, and this epic video from Optibotimus truly has the touch.
Video review.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Skyclaw with Smokescreen. Now, carrying on what they started previously with their kind of Cyberverse vehicles, this is the third one that we're getting. The first being the Jackhammer, and the second being the Energon Driller. But this is the first time that we're getting a Smokescreen figure, and that looks really badly transformed in the package. Really very bad, but as you can see, he's right there. He's got a level 1 transformation. The vehicle does not convert to a robot, though. Just so you know, it's got 2 battle modes and a giant capture claw, but it doesn't transform into a robot. So flip around here on the side. You got some tech specs here. Coming up to the top, it says, with Predacons dominating the skies, the Autobots need a vehicle that can strike where the enemy is strongest. The Skyclaw, piloted by Smokescreen, is the ultimate supersonic stealth striking spy jet. And I just find it weird here that, well, I guess that's probably his tech specs, I would imagine, because it says intelligence specialist. So I guess the tech specs there are for Smokescreen. So coming around to the back, you see his stealth jet mode. You got the assaulter fighter mode. The wings here kind of on the side open up, it looks like, and the engines will convert to gunnery stations that include 2 missile launchers. It can hold up to 3 Cyberverse figures, which are all sold separately with the exception of Smokescreen. And as you can see, you can probably have one pilot it, and then in each of the gunnery positions. And then you got the giant capture claw, which can grab hold of Arachnid. The cockpit opens, and you got kind of like instructions on how to do all this stuff. So really very cool. You got the other one here with the Apex Hunter armor with breakdown, which I also got, which is really interesting, which we'll get to at another time. But there's the packaging for this. I really do like the guy. This whole set is really very kind of cool looking. So let's get him open and see how cool it actually is. All right, guys, so here we have the Skyclaw opened up and out of its packaging. And one thing that you're going to notice is obviously Smokescreen here is not in the colors that we saw him in the actual show. So this really does kind of remind me more of that Walmart exclusive sideswipe figure, the sidearm sideswipe from the Dark of the Moon line that we got with the blue and yellow paint job. It's not a bad looking figure. I do actually really like the figure. The color just more matches the actual Skyclaw itself, which I guess that works. I don't have any real complaints about it. Now he does come with a weapon. It's this little cannon thing that can plug in here. It can plug in here. Well, not really plug in there, but it's the same exact weapon that comes with the separate Smokescreen figure, the one that's sold separately that is actually in the accurate paint scheme. But the figure itself is actually pretty nice. The transform just kind of take this, rotate this around. I mean, a lot of the you just kind of pull everything apart, fold down the feet, just like so. Come around here, kind of separate these arms. Well, get that down now. Yeah. We're just, like I said, pull everything apart and flip it around. There you go. Bring that down. And now that kind of tabs in sort of there. Rotate these around. I'm such a terrible reviewer. Rotate these. Bring this around. I'm sure some people would actually agree with that statement as well. Now that doesn't look, does it actually clip in? Maybe you can push it up a little higher. Yeah, you can. Just there we go. And here you have Smokescreen in his robot mode. Again, it's a nice looking figure. The paint scheme on here I really don't particularly like, I guess. I do understand that it is matching this. I don't like it all that much. Now it is a Legion class Cyberverse figure, so his limitations on articulation is very prominent. At least in my opinion. Well, a lot of the Commander ones are the ones that have the most articulation, but the arms don't do anything. They rotate here at the shoulder on a ball joint. Head doesn't do anything. The hips here are on ball joints. Nothing at the knee, and then I guess you got some feet pivot. But it's a Smokescreen figure, and that's cool. And then he's got this kind of weird gun with a giant saw thing here on the bottom, which is really kind of strange. And I mean, with this, I really do wish his elbow would bend, because that just looks weird to me. So I don't know. I dig the figure. I mean, I'm kind of bummed out that the articulation is kind of limited on him, but I do dig the way he looks. I just don't like the coloring on him, I suppose. Then for the Skyclaw, you're gonna set him off to the back. It's a really big kind of vehicle. Now, I mean, the cockpit does open, and what's really strange is it's a huge cockpit. I mean, that is really freaking big. Now, I guess you would probably have to angle these back just to get them to actually fit in there, and then close it in. And I mean, so it fits in there. It's just, that's a really, really large cockpit, I guess. Maybe you're supposed to set them up like this, maybe. But then the feet are right down here. So I don't know. The cockpit is not very impressive to me. And then this just is part of the sliding gimmick, so it just kind of gets in the way. So I'm really not all that impressed with the cockpit. Then you close this, and you got a nice Autobot logo there. You got some what looks to be, well, no, that's not Cybertronian. That's just panel detail and such through there. You got an Autobot logo there, and then these wings, you can actually position these kind of however you want. You got a half thruster here in the back. It's not even a full-on thruster, and then you kind of got these little turbines here. Now you take this and then you slide this, and it all comes out like so. That's the gimmick form, and then you got the capture claw here, which you just move this lever back and forth, and it has a capture claw, and it's got like a little pistol thing here, I guess, that, I don't know, maybe you just, and that can capture them, or I don't freaking know, but it's really kind of strange. And then these little bits right here, this will go up, and that's his little gun turret, and then you rotate these, and the missiles fire. It's not a spring-loaded thing. It's actually a really cool design. It just is like the friction missiles, where you kind of flick them. But this is actually giving you a motorized way to do it, which that's actually really cool. I really dig that. So there's his little one turret thing. This one here, though, is actually kind of interesting. You lift this up, you lift this up, you fold this, well, where's that at? You fold this section down, and then you push somewhere on here. Oh, wait, no, you push this all the way back, and that flings around. And that's actually really cool. And then, again, it's a turret for someone to stand in. So you just take, like, for example, Smokescreen. You kind of fit his legs through there, and he kind of, sort of sits here and shoots. I don't know. It's a floppy mess. Honestly, I mean, it's a nice set. I'm just really kind of underwhelmed with it by comparison to, like, the jackhammer and even the Energon driller. And the other thing is, there are no lights in this. This completely does not light up, yet it still is the same price, I think, as those ones. And then to get this to collapse back, you just take this, and you actually kind of have to hold it here, because if you hold it down here, this isn't going to rotate around. So you hold this up here, and then you push it, and everything collapses back in. Honestly, for me, it doesn't seem like a Transformer toy. If anything, it feels like something that would be used in the Marvel Universe line. I mean, here, let's take Cyclops. We're gonna put him in here. I mean, put him in there. There. It's an X-Men vehicle now, I guess. Honestly, though, I'm not a big fan of this. I was a lot more excited when I first saw pictures and I first got it, but actually opening it and kind of playing with it, it's really not all that worth it if you ask me. The Smokescreen figure is nice, but even the color is really kind of off on this. Honestly, guys, if it comes down to it, I would completely pass on this. And if you really wanted a Cyberverse version of Smokescreen, I would just get the regular individually sold one. It's the same exact figure, it comes with the same exact weapon, and it's in a more accurate paint job than what we have here. To me, this is just very underwhelming, I guess. If you are interested in picking this up, it is available in retail, but if you're having a hard time finding it, go ahead and click down on the link down in the video description and you'll go to Big Bad Toy Store. You'll be able to pick up this and just about any other kind of collectible thing that you might possibly want. But as for this, personally, I'd probably pass on it. But that's about it, guys, so thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Keep in touch with me. Follow recent purchases, as well as all upcoming video reviews, all at facebook.com/teambotimus, and follow me over on Twitter at twitter.com/optibotimus. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.
When the going gets rough.